Howdy YouTube, this is Steven, and I'm back with another lyrical analysis. This time I'll be analyzing the song You Make Me Want to Be a Man by Utada Hikaru. And this song appeared on Utada's album Exodus. The song's entirely in English. This song was a single and it has a music video. And the single was released to the British music market. So with all that being said, let's jump into this lyrical analysis. Here we go. Okay, so when I first, even read this title, I was like, ah, heck. Like, some man done did Utada so wrong that she is actually considering having a sex change. Like, I'm like, who could have did this woman that wrong, But let's see what this song is about. Maybe I'm jumping to some conclusions. All right, here we go. The song starts off with the chorus. So here we go. I really want to tell you something. I wonder what she's trying to, wonder what she want to tell us. Let's see. This is just the way I am. Okay, so it sounds like she is trying to accept who she is. It sounds like she is, she accepts who she is. Let's read the next part. I really want to tell you something, but I can't. I thought you just told us that that's just the way you are. Next. You make me want to be a man. Okay. So, Utada, she is telling us that she thinks about wanting to be a man, like she wants to be a man. And maybe this is like in some type of spiritual sense or something. Maybe it's not literally. Maybe she's not literally talking about being a man. Maybe. I don't know. Let's see what else she's saying. Arguments that have no meaning. So she thinks that that's what being a man is about. This is just the way I am. Okay, she's just saying that, sometimes she argues with folk for nothing in particular. Alright, next. You really want to tell me something, but you can't. Alright, so now she's flipping the tables and saying like, oh, you really want to tell me something, but you can't. Maybe he's trying to tell you not to get a sex change, perhaps. Maybe he's like, hey, when we got in this relationship, you were a woman. Maybe you should stay a woman. You kind of like changing things up in the middle of things. All right, next line. You make me want to be a man. All right, and that's the end of the chorus. So from this section right here, okay, I'm guessing that, for some reason that's unknown to me, Utada wants to become a man. I'm like, but why? I think, you've gotten pretty far in life being a woman. Why you want to change it up now? Let's see what the first verse is speaking on. The thunder and the rain called you, and you came. We didn't need to say much to communicate. So I'm guessing maybe this is like, okay, there was a bad place in my life, and it was thunder and rain, and when you saw that, you came into my life. You came into my life during a bad, difficult time. And we didn't need to say much to communicate because we were able to read each other's body language, I presume. Or assume. Perhaps, Next lyrics. Now it's different. 99% is misinterpreted. So she's saying now things have changed. And it seems like we can't really understand each other anymore. At one point, they could communicate with each other without even having to say much. But now, everything is pretty much misinterpreted, 99%. Pretty much everything. All right. Next lyrics. All right. They do the chorus again, so I'm gonna skip that. All right. Second verse. Every word you say finds a home in me. So his words mean something to Utada, Hikaru, her boyfriend or her husband or whoever this dude is. His words mean something to her, and they find a home within her. So I'm hoping he is saying positive things to her and not trying to put her down or belittle her. Maybe he said some, really nasty, sexist things toward her that made her want to consider, you know, becoming a man and getting a sex change operation. Hopefully not. Hopefully you don't go through with that, though. You should not go through with that. In my personal opinion, Utada, I don't think you should go through with that. You know, just get yourself some therapy or, you know, cuss him out. Say, just really emote your feelings. Next lyrics. Nothing that anyone could ever say could hurt me like this. So, like I said, yep, this dude done hurt Utada so much, y'all. Like, what did he say to her? What did this dude say? What does dude do to you, Utada? I think I'm gonna have to have some type of conversation with this dude because it sounds like he done really got into your mind. Like he verbally abused Utada so much that he got into her mind. Now she's considering, getting a sex change. And that's terrible. That is terrible. You are perfect the way you are, Utada. You don't need to get a sex change operation. Let's see. Next lyrics. Baby, please don't light that cigarette. Don't light that cigarette. All right, so either this is about smoking now, or either this is like a metaphor. So she's saying like, don't light that fire, I guess, or don't. Because she is saying like, basically, I guess she's saying like, please don't do that. Don't light that cigarette. Don't start this. And this song is, this is an interesting song. Very interesting. Unfortunately, we've ran out of lyrics to the song. The rest just repeats the chorus. There's no bridge to the song. And I'm a little disappointed with that because it seemed like Utado was really going somewhere with the song. And she really didn't go fully to that place that I wanted her to go with this song. Really, it seemed like she could have went even further in the few lyrics that she gave us, in the first and second verse. So I'm a little disappointed with that, This kind of smacks of lazy songwriting to me. Maybe I'm just reading too much into it, but she could have went somewhere with the place like, you make me want to be a man so that I could do, the disrespectful things that you do to me, But then if you were a dude, though, Utada, you guys would be in like a homosexual relationship, technically. And I don't think Homeboy is up for that. I don't know. I don't know the dude, but considering that he found you as a woman, I don't think he's going to be up for that. So I guess maybe Utada didn't want to do it like that, because it might be a bit strange. But this is sort of kind of reminiscent of, I know that this song probably came out before the song that I'm about to mention, but this song is a little reminiscent of that Beyonce song, If I Were a Boy. And I think that Beyonce pulled this theme off better than Utada here. I think that this song is actually kind of cryptic, at least in the verses. And also, I don't think it's really saying much, I think the theme is interesting. And I think that she should have went further with the theme, Well, as you guys can gather, I'm pretty disappointed with Utada. with this particular song. But I'll say that this music video is really interesting, and like it's really visually interesting. The music video for this song, "You Make Me Want to Be a Man," it's really interesting, and it looked like they really put some, like her and her people, really put some thought and effort into this music video. It shows different like stock footage from, taken from other places, like, oh, it's a guy walking on the moon, it's a man pole vaulting, it's a man playing the like Congo drums or something. Things like that. But also there's original footage of Utada in the video, as well as like this CGI animation in the video. And they show like Utada as like a robot being manufactured, or either remanufactured, since this is "I Want to Be a Man," that's the theme. So I'm like, okay, all right. Like, they actually, her and her people actually bring the theme into the music video. And that's always a plus. And let's see, there's this one very interesting scene in the music video, and it's CGI animation. But it's like, it starts off as pretty much like this weird puddle, and this puddle kind of like turns into a human male. And then the human male takes out his rib and then holds it in front of himself. And then like this like material, for lack of a better word, starts to form around the rib, and it ultimately forms into a human female. So I'm guessing that whole thing is supposed to represent like the whole Adam and Eve situation from the Bible. And I thought that was a nice metaphor and a nice touch to put in the music video. I'm not sure what Utada Hikaru's religion is, but nevertheless, I thought that was a nice touch to put in the music video. Because I guess males and females are, to an extent, one and the same, even though sometimes they make it seem like, oh, men are from Mars and women are from Venus, that big separation. But it's like, ultimately, it's not that much of a difference. It may seem like it, but it's not that much of a difference in the big scheme of things. It's not. All right. I just want to speak on a few other things. Okay, this song was released to the British music market. Unfortunately, it didn't do well, And I think part of the problem was that this song was just too experimental, for lack of a better word. Too experimental, too hard to classify. As well, the sound is a little odd. I know for me, that kind of kept me from doing a lyrical analysis of this song for a minute. It kind of grew on me though, the sound. It's mainly that part in the chorus, like, but that ultimately grew on me. I'm like, okay, I get it now. But that was her first single for the British music market. So you gotta have a song that doesn't really, when you first listen to it, it's like, bam, I got it. Versus, oh, it has to kind of grow on me, like, okay, I kind of get it. Like that. Considering it's your debut song, you gotta have one. Gotta have a hit. You know what I'm saying? Gotta have a hit song that's catchy. And ultimately, I just think this song was just too experimental. The video was very avant-garde. And don't get me wrong, I like the music video, but that might be a bit odd for some people to take on the first go-round for a musical artist, perhaps. It's an odd video, an odd song, and, but, I give Utada some credit for being different. This song definitely sounds like it belongs on Exodus. You know, for me, like I'm just getting into Utada. You know, I'm still, you know, I'm exploring her stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I can kind of tell when a song comes from Exodus. You know, despite me not knowing that much about Utada Hikaru, I can kind of tell when a song, like I'm like, that sounds like it belongs on Exodus because of that, like experimental vibe, that hard to classify type of musical sound. And I just think that, you know, that was a good idea in one aspect, you know, of challenging yourself and doing things that are different. But in another aspect, it was a bad idea because it was too hard to classify. And this was your pretty much your debut album in the English speaking music market, you know. But I wonder what song should have been a single. Like, let's say we could, like, you know, have a redo here, and instead of saying the single for the UK market was "You Make Me Want to Be a Man," let's switch it out. What other single could we have put in this place for the United Kingdom, you know, the British music market? I'm gonna say, I'll say "Tippy Toe." That's a song for me that really sticks out. And I think that might be like a song that is controversial enough to gain some momentum and people kind of checking for, like, oh, this woman, and she's singing about infidelity and committing it and telling dudes how to commit infidelity. It's like, oh, like, whoa, let me hear this song. But on the other hand, it could kind of turn some women off to you, Utada. You know, turn some women folk off to you because you're like, oh, you know, she's trying to steal, you know, women's man folk, you know, or women men folk. And it's like, why would the women are like, you know, why would I want to support that, you know? But ultimately, I say Tippy Toe, you know, despite the controversy that may come about from it, you know. I say at least it'll get you some attention. So I say Tippy Toe. But what do you guys think, you know? Feel free to let me know in the comments. Feel free to comment. Feel free to subscribe. Feel free to give me a thumbs up. The feedback and support is extremely appreciated and extremely valued. Until the next lyrical analysis, adios and goodbye for now. You really make me want to be a fan. You really make me want to be a fan. A fan of you, Utada Hikaru. Again, thanks a lot for watching. Adios and goodbye for now.